Thank you. So, what if you could have one last meal with someone you lost? That's the question at the heart of author Daria Lavelle's debut novel, Aftertaste.
The speculative fiction writer is in Phoenix today ahead of her book tour stop. She sat down with 12 News to talk about the premise.
One of the most important parts of writing this book and one of the most fulfilling parts has been creating a narrative where death doesn't have to be an ending and where we can talk about grief and we can talk about loss and it can still be hopeful and it can still have vibrancy and joy in it. For me, that was a big component of why I wrote the book the way that I did and why I showed us what an afterlife full of food and kind of energy could look like.
This is so interesting because, I mean, so many people that I know who lost somebody during the pandemic and they weren't able to say goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
You know, would that help that person get through, get into some closure?
That's interesting, yeah.
I know. Because, I mean, this is fascinating as our producer was telling us about it. So if you could have a meal with somebody you lost, what would you want to ask them? Would you want to get that final?
I don't know. But I wouldn't want to do a meal. I would actually want to do like coffee. Which is because I feel like a meal, you're just like, it's too busy. I feel like you could just lower it down if you just had like a drink.
Yeah, and maybe it's like that's kind of a metaphor, like just sitting down with somebody you lost. I would love to sit down with my grandmother. She was actually writing a letter to me. I was a little girl, I was only 5. And so I really didn't get to know her well, but that's then I guess part 2 to this. I would love to get to have a meal with her today as the woman I am now rather than the 5-year-old. You know, we didn't really get to know her, but she was writing me a letter when she passed. And from what I understand, I'm a lot like her. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you? Do you have somebody like that pops to your mind?
I mean, probably my grandparents. I never knew them.
Oh, see, same.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting book.
Be a big old table full of people.
Oh.
So to hear Lavelle's answer to that question and to learn more about her stop in the Valley, you can head to 12news.com. And for more stories on books, you can check out our Reading Arizona on 12 Plus on your Apple TV, Fire TV, and your Roku device. We have a whole series sitting there right now on 12 Plus.